Hello and welcome to the Agent Survival Guide podcast. This is our series, Agent Apps. I'm your host, Tina Lamoureux. This series introduces you to apps that will make daily life and your business run smoother. From fitness, travel, to personal planners, and more, we've tested them all. I have a little rant here before we get into the apps today. It's becoming harder and harder to find apps that are free or one-time purchases. Everything is a subscription and usually an unreasonably priced one at that. I'm all for supporting developers and paying for quality apps. That is, for a one-time purchase or small monthly subscription for certain apps that are updated with new content frequently, like streaming shows or audiobooks. But paying $12 a month for a coloring app, well, that's more than I pay for some of my streaming services. Sarah recently reported in a Friday 5 that many of the popular streaming services are raising their prices too. I wanted to reiterate that I will continue to search for apps that are free, or if they aren't free, ones that I think are worth the asking price. These types of apps are getting more difficult to find, but I'm still determined. All right, little rant over. Let's get into the apps. Recently, we published an episode about app trends in 2024. We're exploring apps from one of those trends mentioned, augmented reality apps. A quick reminder of what augmented reality is, or AR as it's often called. It is an interactive experience that combines the real world with computer-generated 3D information. For example, face filters on Snapchat and TikTok. Diving right in, the first app I have is called Stellarium. This is an open-source planetarium app that allows you to view the locations of constellations, satellites, planets, comets, all that fascinating stuff in the sky. It's available for mobile, both on iOS and Android, on web browser, and as a VR version in Meta's Quest App Lab. How it works for mobile. The mobile app is considered augmented reality, since it mixes your live view of the sky with 3D maps. Stellarium gets its feed of information from Starlink by SpaceX, a network of small satellites around the globe. The main screen on the app shows a planetarium view of the sky from your location. You can use your finger to rotate the view or move your phone around to locate planets and constellations in their actual locations in the sky. To recalibrate your view, simply tap the Connect with Starlink button. On the free version, you can customize your view by adding or omitting grid lines, the landscape, day or night, constellation illustrations and labels, and there is even a night mode that tints the screen red for better viewing in the dark. There is a paid version called Stellarium Plus. You can pay a small subscription fee or make a one-time purchase. At the time of this recording, the monthly subscription is $199, and there is a one-time purchase for $19.99. For this episode, I tried out their 7-day free trial to test out the Plus features. With Stellarium Plus, you get everything included in the free version, plus a calendar featuring best viewing times of planets in your area, times and locations for passing satellites, special events like moon phases, planets in opposition, solar and lunar eclipses, and more. While looking, I saw there will be a partial lunar eclipse visible in America coming up in September 2024. Super excited for that. I saw an option for telescope control on the app. This enables you to control a compatible go-to telescope. The process of setting it up requires a third-party app and having a telescope of your own. I don't have one, so I wasn't able to test out this feature. But I'll link the instructions to set it up in the episode notes if you want to try it out yourself. Overall, Stellarium is a really neat app for both its paid and free versions. Great for amateur stargazers, and it will make for a fun and educational activity with the kids or grandkids in the backyard or on a camping trip. Stellarium is available for free download on mobile, on iOS, Android, and on web browser. It is also available for purchase for Meta Quest in their app lab. Next, I have 2 AR games, Smash Tanks AR board game and Angry Birds AR Isle of Pigs. Unfortunately, these are only officially for iOS, though I have seen third-party versions for Android. I would just be careful and not download anything from an unfamiliar source. Since I have an Android, I wasn't able to test them out myself. So if you've played them before or decide to try them out, let me know. I spent a lot of time watching and reading reviews. Smash Tanks got a lot of positive feedback from players with a 4.6 out of 5 stars from nearly 600 reviews in the App Store. The object of the game is similar to Angry Birds, in that you use your tank to smash into targets and there are obstacles to avoid or destroy. You can play solo or with a second player locally. At the time of this recording, Smash Tanks is $1.99 and is ad-free in the App Store. Next, we have Angry Birds AR Isle of Pigs. This is free to download with extra in-app purchases, like purchasing an ad-free version for a few dollars. It's got 3.9 out of 5 stars from over 1,600 reviews in the App Store. Both of these games use your phone's camera to set up the 3D game mechanics in your space, making the play experience immersive and unique to your surroundings. With Angry Birds AR, you can physically walk around the 3D structures to look for weak points or hidden surprises. These are great games to play, honestly, whenever. If you're on the road with the family, waiting in the doctor's office, or at home. Angry Birds Isle of Pigs is available for free download on iOS. Smash Tanks AR board game is available for purchase on iOS. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for listening. We will see you next episode. The Agent Survival Guide podcast is a production of Ritter Insurance Marketing, an integrity company. This episode was written and produced by me, Tina Lamoureux. Script editing by Sarah Ruppel. Design by Urban Rivera. Artwork by Vivian Zhao. Rate and review the show on Apple or Spotify.